So let us look at the first example. So the first example here is basically the simple product of the two functions, right? U and then v. So fx is u times v. You see that? What is the formula of u times v? The derivative of u times v, it is u prime times v plus u times v prime. I just copied from here, right? What is u prime? The derivative of x squared is 2x times v is sine x plus u is x squared times the derivative of v is v prime, that is cosine of x. So if you want to be more specific, what is the common on this term and that term? Just x, right? You cannot take that x in the angle out. That is, you cannot take that out. So that will stay sine x and cosine x. Only the x there is x squared, there is x. I'm taking that x out. So what is left is 2 sine x plus x cosine of x. That is the final answer. Okay, guys. On the second example, there is product of x to the 8 and cosine x. Also, there is product of 2 secant x times sine x. Okay. So how can I do this? It's basically use the product rule twice. On the first one, there is u times v. On the second one also, there is u times v. We use the formula separately. Okay. So what do you get here? You get u prime is 8x to the 8 minus 1 is 7 times, keep the cosine x as it is, plus x to the 8, u times v prime is negative sine x, right? That's what I get. Plus, now this 2 is just a number, so you can keep that out, because you see, if you are finding the derivative of k times the f, you can take k out and find the derivative of f only. So we are finding the derivative of secant x times sine x only. So u prime is secant x times tangent x, right? And then times v is sine x plus secant x times, what is the derivative of sine x? Derivative of sine x is cosine of x, right? That's what you get. Let us simplify. Can you factor out anything from the first two terms? It is x to the 7, right? Let me take x to the 7 out. What is left is 8 cosine of x, and there is minus x sine x. Does that make sense? Because there is x left and there is times negative sign. That will be negative x sine x, right? And then plus 2. I want to write in sine and cosine. It will be 1 over cosine of x, because the reciprocal of cosine is secant. Reciprocal of secant is cosine, like that. So it is sine x over cosine of x. It is sine x plus this is 1 over cosine of x times cosine of x. Okay, you see that this cosine x divided by cosine x is 1, right? And similarly, this one will be sine square x. If you multiply that, this will be cosine square x. Okay, guys. So how would that look like if you write in that form? It is x to the 7 times 8 cosine of x minus x sine x, right? And then plus 2 sine square x over cosine square x, and then plus 1. You see that? So how that look like? You write down the x to the 7 as it is, x to the 7 and then times 8 cosine x minus x sine x as it is. Okay, x to the 7, 8 cosine of x minus x sine x plus 2. What is sine square over cosine square? That is tangent square x plus 1. But do you know the relation between secant and tangent? Let me write down that if you don't know. We know that secant square x minus tangent square x is 1. Okay, so if you add tangent square x on both sides plus tangent square x, you will get secant square x equals to 1 plus tangent square x. Okay, this is tangent square x. Okay, guys, so you can write this as tangent square x. So how would that look like then? So it will be, the final answer is x to the 7, 8 cosine of x minus x sine of x plus 2 secant square x. You know what? You could get this answer on right on the second line too if you simplify that before you find the derivative. For example, if you write secant x as 1 over cosine x, that will be sine x times 1 is sine x over cosine x. That will be tangent x. And the derivative of tangent x is 2 secant square. There is 2 already. So derivative of tangent x would be secant square x. So either way, you will get the same answer. Okay, guys. So, but there is one more question on this problem, right? It says f prime at 0. F prime at 0. How do I find out that? You plug, this is f prime of x, right? F prime of x. If you plug in x equals to 0, you will get 0 times something, that is 0, plus 2 times, it is 2 secant square 0. Secant 0 is 1. So secant square 0 is also 1. So 2 times 1 is basically 2. So this is also another answer. Now let us do the final example on the product. Okay. So how do I do this? Is, see, look at this again. You have to find out the equation of the tangent line. Do you remember the equation of a line? If a point is given, this point is x1, y1. What it says is, find the equation of tangent line for fx equals to x minus 2 times x squared plus 4. Okay. Any line has the equation y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. What is m? M is the slope. Slope is given by the derivative. Okay, so we will find out the derivative for the slope first. So what is the product rule here? Because it is x minus 2 times x squared minus 4. Since there is no exponent outside the parenthesis, you can FOIL it. Instead of using the product rule, you can FOIL it and use the regular derivative formula. But I like the product rule because it is, you don't have to FOIL it to do the product. Okay, so let us do that. U is x minus 2. V is x squared plus 4. Now the product rule is the derivative of u times v is u prime times v. U prime, the derivative of x minus 2. Derivative of x is 1, right? And then minus 0. And then times v is x squared plus 4. That's what you get. Plus u is x minus 2. And what is the derivative of v? Derivative of x squared is 2x plus 0. Okay, so what you get is basically x squared plus 4, and the 2x plus 0 is 2x. Now you distribute that 2x with x minus 2. That will be plus 2x squared minus 4x. So look at these like terms. Okay, so this term and that term are the like. So how do I combine them? It is 3x squared, x squared plus 2x squared, 3x squared minus 4x plus 4. That is the slope, or the slope function. Okay, now what you want to do is, but you want to find out the slope at a point, because m is slope at this point. So x is 1, y is negative 5. So you will have to plug in 1 for the, to get the number for numerical value for the slope. It is 3 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 4. You see that? What is 4 times 1? 4 times 1 is basically 4, right? So negative 4 and positive 4 will cancel out. So 3 times 1 square is basically 3, right? So this is 3. So what is the equation of the line then? Y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Let's plug in y1 is negative 5, x1 is 1. So y minus negative 5 equals to 3x minus 1. So this is positive 5, right? So if you add 5, so subtract 5, y plus 5 equals to 3x minus 3. Subtract 5. If you subtract 5, what do you get? Y equals to 3x minus 8. That is the final answer for this example number 3. Okay, guys? Thank you.